Distinguished speakers, it is a great pleasure and pride for me to be in the midst of so many legislators who have gathered here in this historic city of Hyderabad on the occasion of Commonwealth Parliamentary Seminar. First of all, I would like to express my sincere thanks to the chairman who gave me this greatest opportunity to deliver the keynote address for this session, which is going to deliberate one of the most important aspects of parliamentary democracy, that equal to parliamentary control over the budget. In a parliamentary democracy, the legislature is the supreme body of authority through which the public opinion will be expressed and the sovereignty of the people will be exercised. The executive, which give shape to the political, social and economic objectives of the state through budget, derives its authority from the legislature and is accountable to it. The executive also proposes fiscal measures necessary to execute its policies and programs through budget. It is the prerogative of the House to accept, reject, or modify the fiscal proposals of the executive presented before it. The legislature determines what money is to be raised and how it shall be spent. The executive is accountable to legislature regarding the way in which it has collected and spent the money given to it. The legislature will see that the appropriations have been applied to the purposes for which they had been approved and that the executive spends through money within the scope of the demand. In short, we can say that the legislature will see that not even a single paisa is spent by the executive without its approval and authority. Generally speaking, the control of the legislature over the budget starts during the very stage of the consideration of the budget when it is presented to the House. Firstly, at the time of the general discussion of the budget, and secondly, at the time when the demands for grants are voted by the House. During the consideration stage of the budget, the House will get an opportunity to scrutinize the performance of the executive in fiscal matters. Again, during voting of appropriation bill, the House will get another opportunity to exercise its control over the executive regarding the finances. The thorough discussions and the detailed debates that took place during the consideration of demands for grants and the appropriation bill will provide ample opportunity for the entire House to exercise control over the fiscal policies and programs of the government. But unfortunately, several factors are hampering the quality of these debates. Nowadays, frequently the debates and the discussions on the budget and the demand for grants are largely being affected by the political tones. A real discussion on the budget performance of the executive and the efficiency of the administration could not take place due to the excessive importance being given to the political issues, trivial matters and sensational items. Many a time members are resorting to discuss local issues rather than larger issues of public importance. Moreover, the larger size of the legislature and the paucity of time at the disposal of the House are some of the factors that are putting great hindrances in the way of exercising an effective control of the legislature over the budget and the fiscal matters of the government. To avoid these problems and to bring an effective check of the legislature over executive in the matter of budget and the finances, we in India evolved a well organized system of financial committees. Both in parliament and as well as in state legislatures, three financial committees, popularly known as the Committee on Public Accounts, the Committee on Estate and the Committee on Public Undertakings, have been constituted to bring an effective control of legislature over budget and the finances. The Public Accounts Committee will scrutinize the spendings of the government with the help of the reports of Comptroller and Auditor General. The committee will ascertain whether or not the money voted by the legislature has been spent by the government within the scope of the demand. If it found any lapses, it will bring the same to the notice of the House by presenting its report. Generally, the committee will not look into the matters of policy. But wherever there is waste in carrying out the policy by the administration and the cases of financial irregularities, the committee will take up those cases for scrutiny and express its firm opinion to the House. In a word, we can say that the Committee on Public Accounts will act as a vigilance agency on behalf of the House over the executive in the matters of finance and as an effective arm of the legislature in controlling the matters relating to the budget and in examining whether the public money has been spent in a prudent and effective manner. The Committee on Estimates will examine the grants and the estimates prepared by the executive and finds out whether there is any scope for economy and efficiency. The Committee on Public Undertakings will look into the matters relating to the affairs of corporations and firms being funded by the government and scrutinize their accounts and other related matters. Of late, a new system of committees is being developed in India to bring in more effective control of the legislature over the executive in the matter of finances and budget. The Indian Parliament and some of the state legislatures have constituted departmental committees and subject committees to exercise control over the executive more effectively in the matters of finance and to find out the real solutions to the practical problems being faced by the legislature in exercising control over the fiscal matters. By and large, the legislatures are exercising control over the budget and other related matters through the system of committees. But it is not enough to say that legislatures are exercising control. The control must be effective. For this, we must lay great emphasis on institutions like subject committees. If more and more committees of the right kind have been developed, then the legislatures will be in a position to exercise more effective control over the budget and other related matters of fiscal importance. I once again express my thanks to all of you for giving me this opportunity.